I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's what you need to know today. First, Hutcheson Medical Center is now closed, and nobody knows if it will ever reopen. The hospital's license will only be active for 10 more days. After that, the building will be deemed not up to code, and state officials would not allow it to reopen without millions of dollars in renovations. If there's any chance Hutcheson will be saved, it will likely happen in the next week and a half. A 15-year-old girl was struck twice while going to the Christmas parade in Dalton. She was hit by an SUV while crossing the street and was knocked to the ground, where she was hit by another car. The girl was airlifted to Erlanger with a broken femur and ankle. Police are investigating. A former Hudson employee says he was bullied and threatened by the CEO on Facebook. In a series of messages, Farrell Hayes appeared to challenge Scott Lewis to a fight at the hospital, but Hayes claimed someone who knew his password hacked his account. DuPont is closing its Chattanooga plant. When the factory was built 60 years ago, it was one of the largest in the city. At one point, it hired more than 5,000 employees. Now DuPont is moving the last of its local operations to Virginia. About 40 workers will lose their jobs at the end of the month. A man is dead after a two-car crash next to East Lake Courts Wednesday night. Police say Juan Perez died at the scene after a collision with 28-year-old Martez Woods. Woods was uninjured. Lawmakers are calling for the chancellor at University of Tennessee in Knoxville to resign. A post on the school's website encouraged employees to make sure their holiday party is not a Christmas party in disguise. Fox News aired a segment criticizing the post. Senator Mike Bell says it was offensive to the vast majority of Tennesseans and that he's lost confidence in Chancellor Jimmy Cheek. A Chattanooga attorney may get his domestic assault charges dismissed. Police say Rip Biggs pinned his girlfriend against the refrigerator and threw her to the floor after he came home drunk. A judge has ruled that Biggs' charges will be dismissed next year if he behaves himself. A fire at Paladin Attachments in Ottawa caused more than $100,000 in damage. A paint shop filter reportedly burst into flames. Authorities say an extinguishing system prevented the entire business from burning down. A man was arrested with an assault weapon at Chattanooga State Community College Wednesday. Police stopped 19-year-old Malik Phillips for speeding through campus. That's when they allegedly found a loaded weapon under his seat. Phillips, who was not a student, also reportedly had marijuana. He's being held on a $37,000 bond. A Tennessee church is being sued for $37 million. A family says church officials tried to hide the rape of their 3-year-old son. The lawsuit against Fellowship Bible Church in Brentwood says the boy was raped by a male teenage volunteer in a bathroom. The suit claims the church asked the family not to pursue charges and asked them to attend another church. But the pastor says those allegations are false and that the crime was quickly reported to police. Chattanooga's oldest downtown park will get a new look this summer. Miller Park will be redesigned to attract more visitors and accommodate more events. Designers are replacing the paved areas and water fountains with a bigger lawn, larger stage, and new cafe pavilion. Ray County's YMCA is shutting down at the end of the month. The facility has served the area for more than 3 decades, but officials say they were unable to make it sustainable. The program lost almost $500,000 over the last 9 years. However, city officials in Dayton may try to reopen the facility next year. Turning to weather, today will be sunny with a high near 54 degrees. Tonight's low will be around 32. That's it for today's news. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news at timesfreepress.com.